then I was told that you can't be a rider and a team manager. I'm Martin Barr. I'm from Northern Ireland, a little town called Ballyclare, and you're watching 5 Minutes with Fletch.
How many times have you rode for Ireland in MXoN?
My first one was back in 2005, so now I'm at number 18. So yeah, I've been quite a few times, quite a few different countries and stuff. So yeah, it's been mega.
What's been your favourite track you rode in the world?
One of my favourite tracks. I always love Desert Mountain back home in Northern Ireland. Hawkstone is up there, and I love Redbud as well in America.
When you ride, what do you think about? Do you sing in your helmet? Are you thinking about the race, or just try and stay quiet as possible?
I just think about the race. Obviously trying to concentrate on it as much as I can. Obviously you want to try and minimise the amount of mistakes we do, so we'll try and keep 100% focused on that. But if I do start making mistakes, I kind of talk to myself just to tell myself to keep breathing and try and get that rhythm back again.
What has been your favourite singular race you've done?
There's been a few, but probably the most recent would have been this year in Belfast for the Arenacross. To get back up third on the podium against Dean Wilson and Conrad Muse at my home race. It was really, really cool because it was 20 years prior to that I got my first ever professional podium in Belfast. So to do that again 20 years later, at my age, it was really, really cool.
What are the best and worst bits about travelling from Ireland?
Yeah, it's just a lot. There's a lot of hours sat traveling and stuff, but we're just well used to it now. We don't even think about it. We just jump on the boat. I have a real good sponsor, Not Travel, who's been with me like most of my career. So it's we don't even think about it now. We just jump in the van and get on with things.
What has been your best and worst MXoN memories?
MXoN? Probably my best one would have been Budds Creek 2007. I finished 5th overall in MX2. It was a really, really good weekend. We qualified straight into the main event. And then obviously, my worst ones is, when we haven't qualified for the main event. But it's never been from the lack of trying. We've always given it 100% out there, but unfortunately it's just racing. And with it being a team, everybody has to pull their weight.
What are your thoughts about MXoN this year with Ireland?
I'm hoping we send the team. Obviously the news came out they weren't sending the team, and I got on to the commission back home and try to put things in place. And I had quite a lot of stuff organised, but then I was told that you can't be a rider and a team manager, so I kind of put the handbrake on a little bit. But yeah, there is people back home that's trying to make sure we're there, so hopefully that'll all happen, and Team Ireland will be there as a team, and hopefully I'll be on that team.
So worst comes to worst, would you be willing to give up your spot to be team manager?
Well, this year, as far as I believe, there's already a couple of names in to become team manager, and I'm still racing. I want to be on that team as a rider, but in years to come, who knows? As I said, I've been there 18 times. I've seen a lot of different team managers come in and out, and I could take a lot of pros and pluses and minuses from them, and I think I could do a pretty good job. But it's it's never easy. It's not a job everybody wants. There's a lot of controversy all the time, and it just always seems to be with Team Ireland that there's each year something happening. So, but who knows in the future?
What's been your favourite MXoN gear?
Last few years with being with Late, they've made me my custom stuff. A few years back, Alpine Star as well, making them a custom gear, custom boots, and obviously all the helmets and stuff we get painted. It's all pretty cool. It's all in my garage, and it's something to look back to in years to come and see it all.
Would you like to carry on racing if your kids get a little bit older and come watch it to memorise, or are you just going to stop when you feel like it?
At the minute, I'm 90% sure this is going to be my last year. But who knows that 10%? If I'm still enjoying it. I'm still
Yeah.
putting the work and the effort in, going practicing and training, and you know my results aren't too bad, but just from a financial side of things, it's just getting tougher. You know, my kids they'll be 5 now in October. My little man Junior, he started riding. He's got a bike and stuff now, and showing a bit of interest. But yeah, we'll see. I just think when you know the day's up, it's up. But you know, I want to still enjoy it. I am still enjoying it. So we'll see what the second half of this year what I'm going to do.
What race are you most looking forward to this year?
As long as I'm racing, I'm happy. I'm always looking forward to it, and you know, obviously, if you get picked for the Motocorss the Nations, it's always the big one come the end of the year. And you know, if it was to be my last year, and I did get picked for Team Ireland again, you know, my last race would be in America. It would be pretty cool. So, but we'll just wait and see. Well, as long as I'm behind a gate and I'm on my Apico Factory racing Honda, you know, I'm enjoying every race I'm part of. So,
what does a race week look like for you from Monday through to Sunday?
Basically, it's just you know, back home I've got my practice bike, so you know, I'm out practicing 2 or 3 times, getting it ready and to get back out again. And you know, I'm fortunate enough. You know, obviously I'm riding for Apico Factory racing Honda, and Dylan and my mechanic James, they have the bike sitting mint for when I return up. So for me, it's just make sure I do my training properly, on the bike and off the bike, having all my kit and stuff ready, and you know, and then just the traveling over. So yeah, it is busy. Obviously, everybody's different. We have work and stuff back home and bits and pieces too to take into account. So, but yeah, I've been doing it so many years now. It's but I'm pretty fussy. I have to have everything sitting right in my gear bag and stuff. So
on a race day, what do you try and like block everything out, or are you really open, trying to relax? Are you quite focused?
Yeah, I'm pretty open. You know, I take time to speak to people and all the rest. I don't really get caught up too much in the moment. But obviously, when the helmet goes on, that's when you're 100% focused. So, but yeah, I always take time to speak to people as much as I can, and you know, enjoy. Obviously, I don't get to see the team every day of the week, so it's always cool to hang out with them and catch up and stuff.
Good time.
Thank you.